She uses her talent. She's a thespian. She's in the world of film, and she uses just that to transform and empower lives in Kibera. I'm talking about Christine Savannah. Welcome to the show. I'm going to try to be very professional. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you so much.
And
Thanks for having me.
No problem. You look really nice.
Oh, thank you.
So who are you celebrating today? It's International Women's Day. Of course, we're celebrating you. Who are you celebrating?
I'm celebrating all the women who are making changes in this world.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The women who are taking it full on and just going on.
You do amazing things with children. You've been doing this for a while now.
Yeah.
And I've seen your girls perform and your boys perform. And it's not just with the dance, but it's also, you know, the giving them hope that there's something better, there's something bigger waiting for them on the other side. And just because they come from the slums, it shouldn't end there.
Oh my God, no, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. How did this come about?
Okay, oh my God, it's a long story.
Okay.
I will just do a short summary of it.
Okay.
So Annos Africa was set up in 2006 with a British woman who came out. Her name is Bay Gilbert. So she came out and, you know, I was working then with a theatre company,
Yes.
Kenya, and we were doing shows in the slums. And she had come to photograph us, and she was one of the trustees of SAFE. And I remember her asking me, oh my God, there's so many children in the slums, what can we do? And we said, let's start an arts program. And voila! That's it. So we did a pilot project, and it was because her son had died in a car crash. His name was Anno, and he was very talented. He was a musician, a poet, and she felt that her son had all this, he had everything he could.
Yeah.
You know, and unfortunately he died in a car crash. And, you know, she wanted to at least give something to the kids who don't have. And in the slums, we don't have these activities, you know, dance, music, acrobatics.
It's a leisure activity.
It was back then, there was nothing. It wasn't. And especially even in non-formal schools. So we started out in St. John's in Majengo, and we did a pilot project. We went in with buttons, socks, and we just made puppets, and the kids were happy. And we're like, oh my God, they were so excited. And so we did again, and it was like a Saturday program. And kids would come to school and we're like, oh my God, this makes them happy. And what we really wanted was the kids to have fun and just be children. And a lot of times we found that they were really coming in, and the older ones would carry their small brothers and sisters, and they would just come and have fun. And this led to us, you know, as we continued doing this, we found that a lot of children would come in, and because art is expressive,
That's true.
you know, they would express themselves. They started talking to us about all these other issues that are affecting them, and we're just like, oh my God, oh my God. So we went on, and we, you know, she would bring in professionals from Europe who would come in and work with us and train our local teachers also, because also we wanted to have a sustainability of it.
That's true.
You know, because they can be coming in. And one of the European professionals who'd come was Marie Steinman as an art teacher, and she's from Germany, and she went back and she said, oh my God, I want to continue with this. So she went to Germany, set up one fine day, she started fundraising for us, and you know, so many years later we have 3 schools in Kibera. We have a school in Madare, we go to Nakuru, and we just teach them dance, music, creative writing, drama, acrobatic, ballet. We introduced nail art, film class. I know, yeah. It's just to give them skills that they can use. And at the moment, what we are doing is we've acquired a piece of land in Kibera. So we want to build an art center where they can have like professional training.
Oh my goodness. It has grown from
oh my God, it has
puppets
grown.
And socks and buttons to
to
all these amazing things. I have seen, why ballet though? It's you see even the boys dressed up nicely, little girls, and it's all dusty and rusty. It's in the middle of Uko Kibera, I don't know where, but they look angelic.
Actually, interestingly enough, because I remember in 2006, we were the first ones who introduced ballet, but right now we have a whole lot of everyone who's doing ballet, which is really nice. And I remember in the beginning when we started, and you know, there was a lot of people being like, oh my God, ballet is not really African.
We just want to see
it's
people
not
doing
African. And it's very European, it's very classy and all that. But I mean, we can do ballet in our own way.
Yeah.
And you know, Anna Naya, who introduced ballet, you know, she just kept on coming. For 10 years, every year she would come and work with the teachers, train them, keep them going. And here we are. I mean, it's just amazing that these kids have taken it and they own it. They do it in their own way, and it's just really fun for them.
Christine, can you do ballet?
No.
Okay, just
Oh God,
checking.
I'm just too
just
old
just
to do
checking.
that.
Just checking.
Come on.
I've been shocked, but it's fine. So last year,
Yes.
COVID happened.
Oh God, yeah.
And kids were taken back home. And maybe schools is where you pull them together.
Yes,
That's
yes.
where. So now they're back home. Probably the parents are not working. There's no food on the table.
my
There's
God,
no all this.
yeah.
We've been told by the government we can't dance now. We can't go
we
meet
can't-
teacher Christine. No.
Yes.
So
Oh
what
my
happened?
God. Oh my
How
God.
did you?
Last year was really crazy and hard for us because, you know, here we are. We work in partner schools. So like in Kibera, the 3 schools, we work in a school called KAG, Spurgeon's, Red Rose, in Madare Valley View Academy, and in Nakuru Show 24. So what happened is when COVID came, you know, no one had expected this. Schools were shut.
Yeah.
That's our workplace.
That's it.
I have a team, then I had a team of 17 trainers who are all professionals in this, and they teach these children every week. And we were just like, oh my God, what are we going to do? So, you know, it was just in that process where we sat down and we thought, oh my God. And, you know, we had just acquired this space, the land. So it was just, there's a house sitting on it. And we were like, what can we do? And luckily, we partnered with Scop Markets Kenya.
Okay.
God bless them, because they came through and they said they're going to feed our 1,000 children's families.
What?
Yes. Like,
Oh my God.
let me tell you, they came in and they said, we're going to feed them. And I was like, what? And they fed 1,000 families from Kibera and Madare. And it was not just feeding, you know, they delivered food to their doorstep.
Oh, your students.
Yes, all the students in the program. So
Yes.
a package was delivered to them. It was a very interesting process because we use this USSD code where, you know, you'd send a message, you'd get a number with a unique code. The border person arrives at your door. You show them the code, they verify it, you get your package. And after that, the phone calls I got were just unbelievable. Because the parents were really grateful. A lot of them had lost their jobs. A lot of them had, you know, their businesses had gone down. You remember in the beginning, March, April, it was just really crazy.
Everything was shut down.
Everything. And we were just
Yeah.
like, and I kept on thinking, oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
And we were so confused.
Totally.
Yeah.
And, you know, people were on social media and I kept on thinking, why can't we then do something? So the ballet teacher was like, I can record something and we can send to the children. But then we're like, oh my God, is it going to work? Then so we said, let's try it. And I got a lot of parents who were like, can the children come? Can the children? And I was like, what are they going to do? So we decided to transform the whole space.
Okay.
With the teachers. You know, they're very, oh my God, God bless them. I have a team of committed supporting guys.
Yes.
They came in, we cleaned up the space, we turned it into a proper space now. And the German school came through. They donated books for us and shelves. And I was like,
I have goosebumps.
yes.
I can't stop myself.
Oh my God, they brought in so many
Oh my
books. I got a
goodness.
lot of my personal friends, Monica, who sent in books, Lorna sending books. You know, Davis and Shatliff came in and they gave us 3 water point stations for children to just wash their hands. And, you know, we just started these classes. I had friends in Europe who came in and said, you know what, we can do Zoom ballet classes.
Oh my goodness.
And a friend of mine from Hawaii, you know, she just said, I'm going to be doing these Zoom classes. And despite the time difference,
Yes.
you know, she
I
would
will
stay
wake up.
and the kids would come and they started, you know, it was new to them also because, you know, we were just like, oh my God, Zoom had never happened.
Yes.
And here we are.
Zoom happened last year. For
Here
most of
we
us.
are. Yeah. And Nicole was amazing. She got in her other friend who came in who did jazz. We got Julia and Nick from Canada who came in. They also did ballet. We got Leonor who came in. She did ballet. And then all my team were like, Christine, you know what? We're going to come. So every teacher would come pick a day and they would, you know, we had activities. So we sort of set it like a school. So 8:30 they arrive.
Yes.
We had activity until 5:30. So we had time for them to read books, time for them to play, time for them to do their artistic classes. And it was sort of really a good thing because, you know, they had a place to come to,
Yes.
a place where they can play. You just know
Yes.
how non-formal settlements are. They don't have space to. And, you know, when parents leave home, they don't know who you're leaving your child with. So
And things are different back at home as well.
things are different.
And with all the things that are going on around the world, this was their one escape thing that
Yes.
worked a whole day. And this continued.
It continued. And then, so B. Gilbert, who is our founder, she, you know, she just decided, I'm going to try and collect money so that people can, you know, and she did that. And we were able to at least give the kids juice and biscuits when they would come. you know, and we managed to also do academic classes. We had teachers from the partner school that we work in, and they were like, oh, kids are coming, yes. What can we do? And I was like, can you give academic classes? They said, yes, put us on the timetable. They got slots, and, you know, and they were actually amazed because some of the kids had not written, and they could not even read properly because people forgot about school.
Yes.
So it was that thing of, and these teachers really, really came in and they were committed and they helped. All our teachers would come in. And, you know, when we had the whole Jerusalem thing, we just decided,
let's go with it.
Let's go with it. And it's just amazing the kind of response we got from the parents, because a lot of them just came in and said, you know what? Our children have a place to go to.
Yes.
And we are happy and we know that they're safe there.
Okay.
Yeah, so we would make sure we talk to them, we guide them. We did a whole course, you know, for the 13 and above. We did a whole training on them for sexual reproductive health.
Oh, wow.
Because some of them, you know,
that
being
was
in the...
still the season that many girls got pregnant.
Oh my God, that was really,
They
really
dropped out of school this
Yes.
year. Some of them are still getting out because they're just realizing I'm pregnant
Exactly.
now.
And, you know, we're not talking about sex to them. And they're having sex, of course.
Yeah.
They need to be taught about these things. And so, you know, through the program, we are able to just guide them through with their individual issues, also talk to their parents, make the parents understand why art is important, you know, because they are talented and you never know. They could end up being whoever they want to be if they continue just pursuing it and having discipline. And we teach them also to be good people of integrity.
That is beautiful. Christine, you do. It is. I'm just over here looking at you, wondering, do I even know you? You do amazing things. And today is that day we celebrate people who do the things that you do. It is not easy.
Oh my
because
God,
you're already a mom.
I know.
You already,
oh my, I don't even go there.
You already have your own child that you need to take care of, but then you have now others that you also need to just pour your love the very same way and continuously. That is beautiful.
Thank you.
What happens to this? What is happening to us? So, what happens? Is there a cap for the age of the children that come in? Will it get to a point where now you need to probably, we have to say,
so initially, I remember initially when we started, we were actually using kids who were from class 2 through to class 8. And that really worked okay because we were in primary schools.
Yes.
But then these kids who got to grade 8 and went to secondary school, you know, they kept on coming back. You know, they're the ones who actually made us sit down and ask ourselves, oh my God, where are we going to take them? How do we? So what we realized was they kept on coming back and then we didn't have a place. So we said, okay, we have to have a continuous thing for them. Yeah. So the thought of having also the art center and then also the whole thing about creating a space where they could just come, have a safe space and even own it. I mean, once we build this art center for them, it's for the community. It's also for us to think of what are the sustainable ways that would keep this going so that it doesn't go away.
For the long haul.
You know?
Yeah.
So we want it to be for the community. And we have I have 3 kids who I knew them when they were 9 years. They're now 22 and they're working with me in my office.
What?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And, you know, it's just going through the program and mentoring them and showing them this is what you need to do. Yeah. So it's very important. We had thought we would work with 14 until 14, but then we realized no. It's just endless.
Especially after going through all of that, having all this hope and, you know, the amazing opportunities they have. Yes. I don't think you want to walk away from that. You just feel like, prepare, what's next?
Totally. I mean, we have 2 boys who are in secondary school.
Yeah.
And they did a film when they were in grade 8.
What? And
they're now paying their own school fees. They'll pay until they finish and they'll go to college. It was an international film. And, you know, the money they got, it goes to their fees.
Yes.
You know, and we have 21 kids who are on scholarships. Education, because they're really talented and their parents cannot afford. So what we do is we try and get sponsorship for them. And they're very clever also because academically they are totally good.
Okay.
So we try and push them in all directions because we've got to prepare them to be responsible young adults.
That's true.
When they grow up, I mean, looking at our world and everything that's happening, they need to be responsible. They need to be those people who other people can look up to them.
Christine, God bless you.
Oh, thank you. Amen.
for doing an amazing, for being selfless even in this journey. And it is not just you, it's even your contacts, being able to create relationships out there that will come through for you.
Yes.
So sometimes we take the burden and carry it by ourselves, and sometimes you're not able to. So it's okay to ask for help, but when you know you're not able to reach a certain, probably needs. There are needs that you can't do by yourself.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. And I'm very, very happy that I have a very amazing and supportive team that I work in. I mean, dedicated. During COVID, they said to me, Christine, we are coming. They just didn't care. They came in and they just helped. And I was just like, oh my God.
Joy, do we have clips? I don't know if we have any videos. Do we? Not at the moment? Okay, cool. Well, I was hoping we'd see your two little girls dancing and you doing the thing with them. But today's International Women's Day. What is your word? What is that thing for you that you would like to just share today? Ta-da-da, your camera.
I mean, for me, I would just like to urge all the women out there who are doing an amazing job to just keep doing it. And especially if you're in leadership position, keep supporting each and every person who you're working with. Because if we support each other, that's how we make a difference.
That is true.
Yeah.
Let's support each other, cheer each other on, and adjust the other woman's crown without being loud about it.
Exactly.
It's okay. Unaweza nyamaza tu, ulipwe pole pole. I know we've talked about your children a lot, but you're a star.
You think so?
I think you are. You've been on stage. You have done films. Nowadays, you're majorly behind the scenes.
Yes.
But you've done some world recognized, award winning. This particular lady has been to the Oscars, guys. Yes.
Oh my God.
And you're so I know we focus on the girls a lot, but also there's that end of you.
Yeah, so I'm a filmmaker.
Yes,
and I make films, and I particularly make films that have, films for social change.
Yes.
I've worked on a couple of films, Nisisi, which was based on post-election violence we had. And I sort of think that film is really relevant at the moment. People should watch it so that we don't go into violence after the election again. Yes. And then I worked on Watatu, which was on radicalization. And I worked on Watu Wote, which was the Oscar nominated. It was based on the Mandela Al-Shabaab attack.
Yes, Al-Shabaab attack, yes.
And I sort of know, I mean, I sort of feel, and that's the reason why.
So ulikuwa Oscar, ulikuwa napo hivyo ulikuwa umenini. Rub shoulders like, did you meet Lupita? Did you take pictures with all these stars? You know what I mean?
I met Chadwick Boseman, the late.
God. His soul keep resting in peace.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it was an amazing experience. For me, it was the highlight of my career, just going there and being to the Oscars. And, it's every producer, director's, actor's dream to be to the Oscars. It was an amazing experience, and just going there and having our film nominated in the, we were like, oh my God, we thought we had, you go to a place and you just see all this. It was just, it's an experience that I cannot even explain.
That is your high in that world.
Yes, it was. And yeah, I did a lot of acting way back, but I actually think I want to go back into acting now.
Please come back.
Yeah.
Please you've been doing a good job. We've already seen what you can do behind the scenes. Please come back. Tukumbushe.
Nifundishe nimerast.
Kuna wachana na mimi siwezi tajaribu. Unafunza aje star.
Oh my God, nimerast. I haven't been on stage for, I think the last thing I did was, I actually did a small role on Sense8.
Okay. That's okay. That's still an international film, guys. It's on Netflix.
I'm
just like, it's fine. Savannah, social media handles are being told our time is up.
So our social media, Anno's One Fine Day on Instagram, Anno's Africa on Facebook, and Christine Savannah on Instagram and on Facebook.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me
here.
here.
Keep on keeping on.
Thank you.
I celebrate you today.
Thank you.
We're taking a very short commercial break. We're still celebrating amazing, amazing women. So stick around for that. We'll be right back.